This is literally going to change your real estate wholesaling business and put it in a direction where you're making massive returns on your investment. Hey, what is going on YouTube? Devin up here with another video, and today I'm going to be talking with you guys about assignment fees. Now before we jump into it, if you guys get anything out of my video at all, please make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I'm doing a race to 1,000 subscribers with a good friend of mine. But anyways, it means a lot if you hit that subscribe button, thumbs up button as well if you guys like the content, and leave down a comment below as well if you guys have anything you guys want me to answer in future videos. Now let's get started. And so today, I'm gonna be, like I said before, we're going to be talking about how much you should charge for assignment fees. Now I see this question get asked a lot in different wholesaling groups, as well as a lot of comments down in other YouTube videos that I've came across. So I figured that I should really address this, so that way you guys can kind of have your so I can have a video I can send to people when they ask about it, as well as so that way you guys can learn a crucial aspect when it comes to assignment fees. And so some people, they say, oh, you should make $5,000 each wholesale deal as a wholesaler. Some people say $10,000. But then what's crazy is you see these people with massive checks all the time online. They say like they just made like 100 grand off of an assignment fee. And some of you guys are wondering, like, how are they making this if I'm taught to make only $5,000 in assignment fees? And so the way that these people are getting these massive assignment fees is really just one little secret. So that secret is getting the deal, negotiating the price for the deal as low as possible. So what does that mean? So what I mean by getting it for as low as possible is trying to figure out what the seller wants. Not necessarily about worrying about how much we're gonna make. It's more about just trying to help out the seller, get them out of their circumstance, their situation, whatever they're in, and really just providing massive value. And when you do all the steps in the right place, then there's some deals you come across where you make easy 6 figures on one deal. And so I actually have a deal in the pipeline where it's looking kind of like this, just because we built up a good relationship with the seller. The numbers really work, and we're providing massive value for the seller. And so basically when it comes to, it's really all in the negotiation, honestly, as well. First of all, now you always want to ask the seller, what are they trying to get out of the property? And not just one time, actually. You want to ask the seller a minimum, a dead minimum, at least 5 times. If you ask them 5 times, you should at least get an answer by then. I usually tell my acquisition managers to ask them at least 7 times, especially when they're getting started learning things. But yeah, ask them 5 different ways. You can make it up, like. I really don't care how you ask it 5 different ways. I usually start with the approach of, oh, what do you think the property's worth? Okay, like, what are you trying to get out of it? And then if they're not telling you, oh, if I could pay all cash and close quickly, what would be the best price you would consider if I pay for all the closing costs and there'd be no real estate commission to pay? Remember that line, it's a good one. Then, and they're still not giving you an answer, I usually ask them a couple more times, kind of low key, without making it too flamboyant and everything. And sometimes I get to the point where if they're just like, make me an offer, make me an offer, make me an offer, make me an offer. And what I usually do if it comes down to that point, rather than just like trying to work the numbers to where prior you'd make only like $10,000 in assignment fees, I would 10x that assignment fee that I was trying to make. So instead of making just $10,000, I would make an offer to where I would make $100,000 on this deal. You have to feel just kind of embarrassed with your number, honestly. But you got to say it with confidence, obviously. But you got to say such a low number that most people would just be like, no, hell no, that's way too low. And so what this does is it gives you a lot of room in case they are actually considering that price that you had to lowball offer them, because you never know. You never know what they want. Now, if they're going to be more on the stricter side of, like, you can tell that they are really more towards the ARV of the property, then these types of people, what I usually do, it's kind of like a feel scenario. You kind of learn it just from experience and everything, but what I usually say is, to be honest, Mr. Seller, I'm just going to be straight out and be honest with you. I run a business, and my business needs to bring in money, and so my business is real estate investing. So what I need to do is make money inside of this property. Now, if you're not going to tell me what you want out of the property, then I'm going to have to make you a lowball number. You're going to laugh at my lowball number. Then we're going to have to go back and forth, trying to figure out the right number so that way we can work a deal. And so rather than having to play that whole silly game, if you could just tell me a rough estimate of what you were looking to get out of the property that would make you happy, then what would be the best number you would consider? Or you can even ask them, like, hey, Mr. Seller, most of our sellers know their rock bottom price, and that's what we are looking for. That's kind of a simpler term of doing it. I usually take the more longer approach of asking it, just because, I don't know, it's kind of the habit that I've developed myself. It really works either way, but you really want to try to just milk it out of them, honestly. But anyways, that's really what I try to do. Just try to get the property as low as possible. It doesn't really matter the ARV that much. I usually just take a look at Zillow, pull my own personal comps. I'm usually pretty close, just because I worked with the market for a long time, and I've kind of learned the numbers and worked with other realtors and everything. But really, truthfully, it doesn't really matter all that much what you get under contract for, as long as you get it for as low as possible and you build that massive rapport. And the rapport is important, just in case you have to adjust some things, renegotiate a contract. It makes things a lot easier down the road, as well as it's easier to get a bigger assignment fee when you build that rapport. Anyways, I hope I provided you guys some massive content, and I'm trying to keep the content going. I'm trying to give you guys some of the secrets inside of real estate wholesaling. I'm trying to really develop my inner circle. So if any of you guys are really wanting to get into real estate wholesaling, let me know down in the comments, and I can. I've been really wanting to mentor some people and get them into the business. I can't really say that this is always going to be an opportunity. I'm really kind of just wanting to get into coaching. Don't know exactly what approach I want to take into it, whether I want to offer one-on-one mentorships or if I want to develop a course. If you guys want one, I really don't know. I'm kind of just filling out the market and everything. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button as well as the subscribe button down below, and you guys have a great rest of your day. See you on the next video.